Arepade Perem. I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. And from Bingteller. Welcome. Let's give him a round of applause as he goes up.
Hi, everyone. Does this work? How is it going? Yeah, so hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Is it working for you?
So this,
Yeah.
right. So I'm Joshua Tebepina, and I'm here today in Nairobi to share a story of a young man by name Michael, who moved from Nigeria to Mexico in search of greener pasture, financial stability, and just to be able to take care of his loved ones back home in Nigeria, which was a dream come true. But getting to Mexico, he gets to experience the biggest challenge. He couldn't open a bank account. He couldn't send money back home to his loved ones. And he was intentionally being excluded from financial inclusion. And just like Michael, over 66% Africans are still either unbanked and can't even access global payments. And also, 85% of businesses still get to lose billions of dollars annually because of these payment inefficiencies, which is actually driven by the absence of flexible solutions. So this is quite a real-time problem, right? So why does this problem keep existing? So we did lots of research based on our experience building payment infrastructures, and we realized the problem was payment infrastructures were either broken or not just designed to serve this growing economy and this specific type of users. So how do we solve this? So to solve this, we introduced stablecoins to emerging markets, powered by OTC infrastructures for pay-ins and payouts. And on this layer, we built a unified and user-friendly cross-border payment platform, which empowers businesses and individuals to send money from anywhere in the world to anywhere in Africa. So today on Bingteller, you can send money using USDC, USDT, or CUSD, and recipients just get fiat currencies in their local money, bank accounts, or mobile money in less than 5 minutes. It's super fast and easy. And yeah, so far we've grown from 0 users to 3,500 users. And in 12 months, we've grown by over 852%. We've processed over 1.6 million. And this is quite old. At the moment, we've processed $2.2 million. And we are currently live in 5 African countries. Yeah. And so far, we've been supported by incredible companies like Stellar, DFS Lab, AWS Accelerator, the Cello Foundation. And recently, we just won a grant from Nodo, a Pan-African blockchain publication. Yeah. So on this amazing journey, I like calling it a crazy roller coaster, which has been fun and interesting. And we've been building all of this, led by myself and my co-founder, Peremi, with experience building payments infrastructures and blockchain products. Yeah, so we want to do more. And we are currently raising a pre-seed of 500K USD to ramp up our processes, hit 3 million ARR, and reach 30K monthly active users. And yeah, so the last time to invest in Bingteller was yesterday, and the next best time is today. And yeah, one more last question. If you think access to finance and payment is really not inefficient, ask yourself, why do you have multiple payment apps on your mobile phone and you still have the same problems? So it means we need alternative payment solutions to actually solve this problem and actually help bank the unbanked Africans, especially the African diasporas and businesses. Yeah, so thank you.
To give him a round of applause. Excellent.
Yeah, I'll go first. Who is your competition? Who do you compete with?
So we quite have lots of competition, but we don't care. So we have the yellow card. So we have the yellow card, the Binance, a lot of them actually. But one thing we realized was the competition doesn't really matter actually. What matters is actually servicing our type of users. And that is something we've really figured out. So we know our users and we know where they are and how to really serve them. And we figured out, from research, we figured out most part of our users are actually African diasporas. So for example, users in Latin America corridors are intentionally not allowed to open bank accounts. And also students in Turkey I actually asked them to before they can actually own a bank account, they need to have $2,000, in fees, which is actually fixed, right? And the only thing that actually works in those corridors was actually them getting stable coins from a local mobile agent, close by, just like M-Pesa. And leveraging on this, they can now save money and do a whole lot of things, leveraging on stable coins. So it made lots of sense when they figured out they could actually bank and also send money to their loved ones and clients in Africa leveraging on this infrastructure. Yeah.
Could you speak a little bit more to your revenue model and where you see most of your fees coming from?
Yeah, so we make money from FX interchange and fees. So at the moment, I think is it okay for me to say we are like the cheapest? Because we charge less than 200 naira to send money to Nigeria and less than $1 to send money to Kenya and Rwanda. Yeah.
Yeah, very good stuff you're working on. Definitely a big need. I still see myself stuck moving money across borders.
Thank you.
So just a few questions here. The first one is you mentioned some numbers, 3.5 thousand users. How many of those are perhaps active users, if you will, are actually bringing revenue into your business?
So we currently have about 877 of those are actually active, and they process on average $250 to $10,000 monthly.
Okay.
So few of them, depending on the category of customer users, it could be just businesses or regular users. So businesses process from $2,000 to $10,000, and they do this most times twice in a month. Yeah.
Yeah, and then at the start of the pitch, you were talking about the Nigerian guy in Mexico.
Yeah.
Is that like how, from your user types, is that how most of your users are, or what kind of other use cases or user profiles do you have within your?
Yeah. So when we started, to be honest with you, we had $0. So it meant we had to figure out who were our actual users. And we realized our users were really Africans in diaspora who were stuck and had these challenges. We could decide to service everyone, but it doesn't make sense for us because we don't even have that much capital to scale. Growth and scaling all of this is quite expensive, and we just want to, just focus on who really need our services and just, serve them. Yeah.
So who are those people then? What we identified as people that need your service, the core?
So let's say African students in Turkey, or probably just So yeah, so we currently realize our market is actually driven by the jackpot economy. Yeah, so we've seen lots of Africans move to migrate to other countries, and we realized it's made more sense to actually service these guys. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
I just like to build on Nubi's question actually. So, thinking about your user base,
Yeah.
I'm curious whether you want to use the 1.5 million transacted or the 3,500 customers. Like, can you tell me how many of those are sort of like gig workers? How many of those are companies? Like, what percentage are sort of doing this $200, $300 transactions? What percentage of these are doing like 8,000, 10,000?
Yeah. So we've seen, like I said earlier, we've seen more transactions from either businesses, who want to actually make payments for supplies, across border, or African diasporas.
No, sure, I understand you've taken us through that. I guess of the 3,500,
Yeah.
how many are businesses? How many individuals?
Yeah,
How many
yeah.
African diaspora?
Yeah.
How many? Yeah.
So it's quite interesting. So within the 3,500 users, about 8,000 are African diasporas, right? And somewhere in between 500 or 800 are actually freelancers, and 200, 300 are actually businesses. And the rest guys are just there just to help us build this network or marketing effect. So we realize most of them really don't transact because they just want to receive money, and they really don't have much use cases. And that takes us to the next point. So we want to try as much as possible to cut down churn and offer more services that these guys can actually use and help us drive up retention and all. And yeah, so some of the things we are currently working on are like stablecoins backed virtual cards, and also the ability for you to actually make wallet-to-wallet payments, using MiniPay or OPay or Binance Wallet. So regardless of wherever you are, you can actually participate in the global economy and just make payments. Yeah.
What's your top priority for this month?
Sorry?
What's your top priority for this month?
For this month? Make some money and get some money. Yeah.
Right, excellent. And round of applause again for our wonderful presenter.